Okay, fifth grade, here we go. A second story from this book, Variables. And this one is all about the idea of controlling variables. Controlled experiments have one variable changed at a time. That's the big science idea we're going after. The second science idea we're trying to get is that there are three kinds of variables in experiments. There's the one you change on purpose, there's the one you measure the outcome of, and then there's everything else you keep exactly the same so you can compare. Friends, this story is called Prove It, and this is really at the heart of science ideas. I will be uploading pictures of these pages so you can listen to Miss Bush read it or you can read it for yourself. Here we go. Prove it. I can't believe it, Tyrell moaned. I've just got to have a pair of those new Super Pro 2000 sneakers. But they cost over $100. What do you need such an expensive pair of shoes for? His friend Ryan asked. Oh, I lose my spot sometimes. He tossed a basketball toward a hoop at the community center. I'll bet those Super Pros aren't any better than these $40 Panthers I'm wearing. For $100, they've got to be better. Let's see if I get more of the page in. Here we go. All right. Tyrell insisted as he grabbed the rebound. They've got a special pump that makes you jump higher and run faster. At least that's what their TV commercial says. And my favorite basketball player wears them. Listen up, yelled a voice from the sideline. The voice turned and saw Lisa Monroe, one of the community center coaches. If you want to find the best pair of sneakers, I've got an idea for you. There we go. Tyrell and Ryan hurried to hear what Lisa had to say. Their friends Hawaii and Edgar came over too. Lisa held up a letter. The Daily Journal is working on an article about the best sneakers for kids. They asked the community center to get some boys and girls together to test different brands and tell them which sneakers are best. Are you interested? I think I'd take that deal. I would test out some shoes. Definitely. Especially if I got them for free in my size. What if I got to pick a color? I got new shoes. They're blue. I really like them, but I wanted the hot pink ones and they were sold out. And that's not what this story is about. Do hot pink shoes make me run faster than blue shoes? Probably not. Miss Bush doesn't run fast no matter what she does. But I like the colors. All right, sorry, back to the story. The kids say, "You bet," Tyrell said. Everyone else agreed. Okay, meet me here at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, and we'll get to work. Tyrell was the first one to arrive at the basketball court on Saturday. Ryan, Edgar, and Hawaii showed up soon after. Lisa was the last to arrive. She had two people from the newspaper with her. One was a writer named John Hanson, and the other was a photographer named Sue Mendez. All the adults were carrying shoe boxes. Here's how our test will work, John explained, as he spread the boxes out over the floor. We've got 6 different brands of sneakers here. Each of you will put on a pair. Then you'll run down the length of the court as fast as you can. Next, you'll shoot a few baskets and do some quick moves around the court. When you're done, you'll find out a chart to describe how the sneakers feel. We want to know which ones you like best, which ones help you run faster, jump higher, and move better. Have you got any Super Pro 2000s in there? Tyrell asked, peeking at the boxes. Yes, but I'm not going to tell you which ones they are, John said with a grin. If you know what brand you're wearing, that might influence your decision. That's why none of these boxes have logos on them. We've also stripped off any identifying marks on the sneakers. We want you to make your decisions based on the sneakers themselves, not what you've heard on TV. Are you ready to get started? Oh no, if I got free shoes, they wouldn't even be pink. They'd all be the same color. They're controlling the variables. I don't even get pink shoes in this story. All right, yes, I know. I'm not in the story, but I do have new shoes and I could not get pink. They were sold out in my size. And I don't think pink shoes would make Miss Bush run faster. Here we go. You bet, Tyrell said. Lisa pulled pairs of sneakers out of the, what kind of boxes? Numbered boxes, while John made notes about who had which pair. Then all the kids lined up to race down the court. Tyrell didn't like the first pair of sneakers he tried. They were heavy and made his feet drag. He came in last in the race, and his feet felt tired after just a few jumps at the basket. The second pair Tyrell tried was very comfortable, but they were slippery. He almost fell trying to dodge around Hawaii on the court. She easily stole the ball from him and floated up to the basket. Tyrell and his friends ran and jumped all morning. In between, they flopped down the sidelines and filled in charts about the shoes. They gave each pair of sneakers a numerical rating. The rating was based on how comfortable they were and how easy it was to move around in them. Tyrell gave his first pair of shoes a 2 out of 10 because he didn't like them very much. The last pair he tried was the best, and he gave them an 8. Meanwhile, the photographer moved around the court with the kids. Her camera was snapping and flashing. "Okay," Lisa said when everyone had tried every pair of shoes. She and John studied the charts and compared notes. Here are the results. The shoes that came in first were the Fiery Flyers. They had an average score of 7.5. The worst shoes were the Super Pro 2000s. They only scored an average of 4. Oh no, snap, you guys. All right. No way, Tyrell called out. Everyone knows that Super Pros are the best. I bet I gave them a high score. Lisa checked her notes. Tyrell, you gave them a 2 and said they felt like lead weights around your ankles. Everyone laughed. John asked each of the kids how they felt about the results. Then he told them to be sure to get a copy of Monday's paper because they would all be in it. On Monday morning, Tyrell raced down to breakfast and grabbed the paper off the kitchen table. Sure enough, there he was, running down the basketball court. He scanned the article until he found his name and read the words he had said to John Hanson on Saturday. "I never realized how much TV influences what people want to buy," he said. "I learned that just because something costs a lot and has lots of special features, it's not necessarily the best product. It's what's in the sneakers that counts." What's in the sneakers? That's you, by the way. 5th grade, well, I would agree. It's all of you that count. And let me get my markers real quick for my whiteboard. Here we go. There were a lot of variables in the story. I'm going to erase some work from today. And there was a changed variable. The changed variable was the type of sneaker. They kept trying different types of sneakers. So type of shoe. Or the brand really would be a better than type. They were all running shoes or basketball shoes. It was the brand of shoe. Next up is the measured variable. The measured variable is when the kids gave them a score. When he said a score of 2, that was the measured variable. The kids had, did they call them surveys they filled out? Surveys or scores. They had surveys to score them on. So what were the controlled variables? To make everything the same, they had all of the shoes the same color. And they used numbers, so no words. They numbered the boxes, no words. And they took off the brand names, right? So no pictures, no brands. And if you didn't know it, in that story, there was a changed variable, a measured variable, and a controlled variable. So there you have it. Even in stories, those 3 kinds of variables are there. And I hope you start noticing those 3 variables in all of the experiments we do this year. Don't worry, I'm going to keep bringing them up. So even if you forget about them, Miss Bush will not forget about them. And you are going to see these words all year long in science. And don't worry, you're going to get really used to using them. Have a great, great day.